Hey guys. All right. This is day 8, right? I think it's day 8. So I'm out in the restaurant at Golden Corral. Oh, they have some great food. It's a buffet. But they take, Golden Coral is the Corral. All right, that's what I'm thinking. Golden Corral. So we're moving forward. My sister went and checked my house, and everything is great. My house is in a good condition. So we're on our way back to New York, to Florida. All right. So today is day 8. Excuse the background because I'm right here near the window. So and I'm out at the restaurant. So okay, so you guys are doing your goals. I'm seeing a little bit in the group. Hello, Maria. So you guys are doing your goals, and you are really making it plain. If you've missed any of that, please go back and watch it. And excuse my kids, they're over here eating and laughing and giggling and having fun. So what we're going to talk about today is, remember I talked about we talked about those goals, and I put those links in the file section. Please look at the file section. Hey Wanda, look in the file section and make sure that you are, hey Susie, make sure that you are watching and listening to those links, those YouTube videos that I'm posting in the group. I saw somebody, I think it was Maria, that said she got the 4 Agreements book, and she got the Richest Man in Babylon. Please listen to those things. That's part of your homework, okay? And I want you all to post that you've been listening to it. So post a screenshot, post, something. I want to know. That's the way that I know that you're doing your homework. And remember, you're going to get points for doing your homework, okay? So, all right, so today, what I want to talk to you all about is, those income producing activities. You all were supposed to pick one strategy that you will be using for the rest of this boot camp, right? And we're gonna start that on Monday, all right? Next week Monday. But for right now, I just want you to think about, and I want you to put down. Hey Tammy, I want you to start to write down. Remember, we're writing a lot. This course is going to be a lot of writing because it's going to be a lot of reflecting back. And I want you to use this notebook that you have as your kind of like your log. You're going to be keeping like a log of everything. So please try not to write these things on separate pieces of paper or little post-it notes that you can lose, because what I always say about entrepreneurship is a journey, all right? And I want you to document your journey, because one of the ways that you can document your journey and use your entrepreneur skills is to telling your story. And somebody put in the group, how much of our story can we tell, right? And so this goes back to your platform that you're going to be using. So your story is all about you, right? And as you move forward, you're going to start telling more of your story. When I first started, one of my biggest story was that I just wanted to be home with my kids. Like, that was it. I wasn't really talking about my past too much. I may have shown up a little bit talking about, my mom passing away when I was 15. But use just a portion of your story to move forward in the beginning. As you continue on this journey, you're gonna have more stories. You're gonna have more things to connect with people with. So right now, because you're just getting started, I don't expect you to, say things that you feel too uncomfortable with, sharing too much of yourself. But at the same time, I want you to pick out something. Pick out one instance. Hey, Deborah, yay! I messaged you, Deborah. I'm so happy you're okay. Your house is okay. My house is okay too, thank God. Okay, so I hear that I got some debris in my backyard. People's pool thing flew off and things like that, but my house is okay. So what I want you to think about is one thing, right? One thing that you have overcome. So when we are speaking about our experiences, we don't talk about things that we're going through right now, because that doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve anybody else. Like, oh yeah, I just lost my job, and I have no money, but yeah, join me in the business. No, that doesn't work, right? So what you want to do, you want to talk about something that you've overcome. Why? Because your overcoming is something that's going to connect with someone. So let's say, for instance, you did lose your job, maybe a couple of years ago, and you were able to, find something that maybe you decided after you lost your job that you were not going back, and you decided to become an entrepreneur, and that there were challenges and there were setbacks, but yet you forged forward, and now you are, you are locked onto the mentor and a coach. So this is the kind of stuff you want to go from where you were to where you are now. What brought you here? Like, I believe every experience in your life brought you to where you are now. Like I was saying yesterday, it was no accident that you know, that there was a hurricane and you know, and I went to New Orleans. Like, I mean, those experiences in my life, of course I'm going to use that in future stories, because I document everything, future stories. So I keep a journal and I document every journey in my life. There are no accidents in life. So I want you all to start thinking that way as well, looking at your life as experiences and as a journey that's moving you to a higher level. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's something that's you know, anything that looks like a challenge, anything that looks like, you know, craziness, anything that feels crazy, like, oh my gosh, you know, your head is spinning. Understand that it's just it's something setting you up for something better. And when you start to believe that, and when you start to realize that, that's when your I like to say your abundance, I always use that word, that's when your abundance really starts to manifest. Because if you're looking at challenges as a challenge, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, blocking, you know, you're blocking your blessings, so to speak. All right, so when we talk about posting on your and I'm going to give you some, you know, some sample posts. I'm going to give you some sample posts because we start this next week. I'm going to give you some sample posts of things you can use, some topics, some ways to you know, connect with your audience. So when we talk about using Instagram and Facebook as a platform, what you want to do, you want to share some of your experiences. So one of the things that you can be sharing is how you were, you know, before you started, before you found a coach. And you can even talk about those kind of things. Why? Because you want people to see you as an authority. So one of the things that you want to talk about is before you started, you know, you got in contact with a coach such as myself or anybody else that you've followed and has helped you along the way. You can talk about those things and say, before I found this, I was here. Right? Before I found this, I was here. Before I understood how to build a funnel, which you will be building, you know, I was just posting my links all over the place, and I didn't know what true marketing was. Before I started reading The Richest Man in Babylon or listening to it, I had the mindset of a broke, poor person, which meant that I was too afraid to give. I was too afraid that there would never be enough. And then when I started to read that and I started to think differently about money and I started to show up differently about money, more money started coming to me. I started attracting more money. So these are the kind of things that you are going to experience in your life. I'm telling you, if you follow what I'm teaching, if you follow it, you write down everything like I'm telling you to do, you keep that notebook and you start to document your experiences, you're going to see where you were before this course started and where you're going to end up at the end of the 90 days. So when you, one of the things that you're going to do, for this week's homework, and my phone is dying, guys, I apologize. When I get back home, everything will be back to normal. But one of the things I want you to do for this week's homework, hey Vanessa, thank you so much. One of the things I want you to do for tonight's homework is to write down some of your experiences that you feel safe enough to share right now, because later on you're going to write down some more experiences that is going to connect with your target audience. But I want you to write down right now your business experiences, because ultimately you're going to start out talking to people who want to join you in your business or join you and buy your product. So let's say you're selling a product, all right? Let's just say you're selling a weight loss product. What you're going to do, you're going to start talking about your experiences with weight loss, right? I'm just giving you an example. For example, before I started, before I started using certain products, certain health products, I was battling with my health and my I was overweight. And then, I was introduced to something that really changed my life. And, and I recommend this to anybody. You can tell some stories about it. I was dealing with high blood pressure. I was, had diabetes, whatever it is. But I'm just giving you an example. And as you start to talk about these things, and this is going to be via video. It's going to be via video. So get ready, everybody. It's going to be via video. What are you doing? Sorry, my son is doing something. He just threw me off of what he just did. Before So what you want to do, you're going to be doing this via video, right? And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have a kind of an itinerary for you guys. But when you talk about this, you're gonna have a link. You're gonna have a link to whatever it is that you are promoting, and we're gonna talk about funnels. We're gonna talk about funnels at the end of the week. You know, and I'm gonna show you. I'm probably gonna have it on my computer. I'm gonna show you how to create some funnels, just some quick ones. We're gonna do some real long ones, but I'm gonna show you a quick funnel. That's why everybody needs a capture page, and I put those links here. You need either get response or lead pages. You're gonna need a capture page. Why? Because we're gonna be generating leads. You don't sell on social media, okay? Only thing you're selling your story, and you are capturing leads. That's your only objective. You're not looking to sell anything. You're not looking to do anything like that. We sell through email. So by the end of the week, and even if I sit down with any one of you, sorry, I had to reschedule today's because I'm traveling. I'm not on my computer at all. So what we're gonna do is this. What we're going to do is this. I'm going to have those emails, and I'm going to create some videos of how to create a funnel. And then, you know, I just want you to do it on your own first. For those of you who don't know it, some of you are in my simple 5-step course, so you know how to create a funnel. For those of you who don't know how to create a funnel, I'm going to make a video and put it in the group so that you can see the process. And then when we sit down together on your one-on-ones, I'm going to help you step by step to creating a funnel. All right. But your objective always is generating leads. I don't care what anybody else has told you. It's not about making sales, not on social media. All right, it's all about generating leads. Leads are the lifeline of your business, because for every 10 leads that you get, let's say 5 people buy. The other 5 people may stay on your list. They may unsubscribe, it doesn't matter, but these are the people that's raising their hand saying that they're interested. So those are the people that you want. You're not talking to people who don't want to talk to you. You are looking for people who are what? Looking for you. Okay, so and I'm going to show you how to do that as we go forward. But the first thing you need a funnel in place. You need a lead capture page, and you need an autoresponder, and you need an offer. So some of you in this group, you don't have a business opportunity, and that's okay. When we sit down, I'm going to give you a link to a business opportunity. Let me know if you don't have a business opportunity. Say no, I don't have a business opportunity, and I'm gonna put a link in the group for the business opportunity that I recommend, which is 4%. I'll put that in the file section when I upload this video, okay, to the file section. So if you don't have a business opportunity yet, you know, I am in the 4%. This is the business opportunity that I endorse. It's all about multiple streams of income, and I love it. And before I was introduced to it, I didn't even know what multiple streams of income was. I was doing everything in one basket, and now I say never, ever, ever put all of your eggs in one income basket. To me, that's like a job. You want multiple streams of income coming from every direction. I talk about this all the time. Every wealthy person has multiple streams of income, whether it is, you know, whether it's investing and they're investing in stocks and things like that, whether it's real estate. They have their hand in a lot of different things. But most people will say, no, just focus on one thing. Yes, you do focus on one thing, and that's the beauty of it. You can, with 4%, you can focus on one thing and get multiple streams of income from that one thing. So it's an amazing system, and I highly recommend it. I'll put the link in here in the group if you don't have that. All right. Like matter of fact, today, like I said, when I'm traveling, I'm generating income. This is from 4%. Traveling, you just got a commission from somewhere, so you don't have to, you know, grind so much like network marketing. You don't have to do all that stuff. You just you have your links, and you have your autoresponder. You have your lead capture page. You put it out there, and you collect emails. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's brilliant. It's so simple, guys. So simple. So I know my phone is about to die. So what I want you to do, I'm just keeping it short because we're out eating dinner. I got to get back on the road. What I want you to do is this. I want you to write down. I want you to write down the things that. What was I saying? These kids like distracted me so much. I want you to write down. Okay, your platform, right? Your platform. So now I want you to focus on using your platform and sharing your experiences. Okay, so write those things down. Write those things down. So write down about 2 or 3 of your experiences that you feel comfortable. Right now, we're gonna move out of our comfort zone just by doing videos. But you know, I'm gonna keep you comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. So comfortable with, you know, not sharing too much of your story that you're not ready for. So right now we're just doing business stories. Before I started this business, or before I met, you know, you can mention me, whatever. Before I met Danielle K. Howell, this is where I was. Before I got into this business opportunity. Before I you know, I decided to become my own business owner. I was here. Okay, so we're gonna do it like that. And then once I started coaching with Danielle, or once I started with the business opportunity, I saw the light. Basically, I saw something different. I saw myself becoming successful. That's why we did this vision. Remember, I'm taking you guys in chronological order of success. When we did the vision, right? We did the mission, we did the goals, we did the census. So you guys, I want you guys to have a way with words. Let me tell you something. When you have a way with words, whether it's written word, because right now, you know, you can write it down, but soon you're going to speak it. You're going to speak it. When you have a way with words, and people can listen to you. Not to say that I'm so eloquent with words, because, you know, I got a New York accent and I say, you know, a lot, and you guys, you know, but that's just the way I talk. But I can express myself, and when I express myself, people understand what I'm saying. They feel my passion, they feel my purpose, they see my mission, they feel my mission. So I want you all to start speaking to yourself as if you're speaking in the camera. Okay, I want you to start speaking to yourself like, you know what, before I started with this business opportunity, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to sell, right? So I want you to have the end in mind. The end is what you're selling. All right, so if it's a product, before I started with this product, I was here. If it's a business opportunity, before I started with this, but don't mention the business opportunity. We're not mentioning any business opportunities, and we're not mentioning any products, but we're just mentioning what the thing has done for us, or where it's taking us, where it took us from where we were before, where we are now, and where we're going. My kids are so silly. Like, they're so silly. So this is what I want you to do. Okay, oh, you did a practice in the mirror. Yes, awesome, 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 Susie. Yes, that's what I want you to do. I want you to get used to looking at your face in the mirror like this. Like, you know, just, you know, look at yourself and look at yourself. That's why we started with the I ams, right? We talked about looking yourself in the eye and telling yourself who you are, how powerful you are, how blessed you are, how awesome you are. So now that you should be doing this thing every day, like not sometimes, not when you feel like it, every morning. Look yourself in the eye and tell yourself how great you are. Because if you don't tell yourself how great you are, guess what? Nobody else will. So when you start to see how great you are, you start to feel it, you start to feel empowered. Now you can express yourself to others without feeling so self-conscious, or, right, my son just said self-absorbed. Because a lot of times what we do, we look at ourselves too much. Like, oh, nobody, you know, my hair is not right. You guys saw my hair yesterday, like out the pool, like literally, because you know how black hair is, it curls up, right? So it's like all scrunched up in the top. But I wasn't here. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. And that's what you have to think about. Every time you open up your video camera, your camera on your phone, which was what I use, you're talking to somebody. You're not talking to, you know, they're not looking at you with a critical eye. They're just not. And that's why we burned all those things away, because we don't care about criticism. We don't care about the naysayers. We don't care about that. We are showing up for a purpose, and we, at the same time, you're growing. For every video that you do, you will grow just a little bit more. So great, Susie. Yeah, look yourself in the eye, look yourself in the mirror, and start practicing what you're gonna say. How are you gonna show up on your Facebook Lives? How are you gonna show up on video? So start practicing those things. So when it happens, you won't be like, oh my God, this is my first time. No, it's gonna feel like you've been doing it forever. All right, you've been doing it forever. So that's what I want you to do. All right, that's what I want you to do. And it is powerful, guys. It's so powerful. It's so empowering. It's so empowering. Trust me on this. Do I have you guys trust? Do you guys trust me? Do you guys trust me that what I'm saying to you is magical? Do you trust me? Just say yes if you trust me, because hopefully you trust what I'm saying. It may sound foreign. It may sound crazy. It may sound like, I don't know, you know, whatever. But I'm telling you guys, just trust me on this, because these are the things that I've done. And if I didn't do those things, I wouldn't be able to stand before you or sit before you here every single day telling you the secrets. These are the things that people will not tell you, and you'll still pay thousands and thousands of dollars for it, and they won't tell you this stuff. And you're gonna still feel like I'm missing something. I'm telling you, because I know it's out there in the industry. You know, a lot of fluff, a lot of hype, a lot of, you know, a lot of emptiness. You know, just glossing over the real substance of what it takes. Because why? Because these are the secrets. These are the secrets of the rich. And they're not going to tell you, because why? They're afraid. Because if they tell you all their secrets, guess what? Then you're going to become rich and powerful too. And now it's competition. I don't believe in competition. I believe that the more empowering you become, the better this world can become. We all have our own special gifts, our own special talents, and when we show up and you know, in front of people sharing that, there is no competition. And that's why I love the 4% so much, because Vic, he'll tell you this stuff. Like Vic, he's one of the only ones that I know of that'll tell you this stuff about leadership, influence, you know, being no competition, domination. Dominate your space. Dominate your space. And that's what I'm here to help you do, that, to dominate your space, because whatever it is you're selling, you're going to sell it differently than anybody else. Don't be like everybody else. Everybody else is doing the same things, you know, that's why they're getting the same results. I get results the way I get them because I do things differently. I do things differently. Some of the people in my other group are doing testimonials for me, and one girl, she said how she's like, I've done coachings before. She's like, I've paid money for coaching. I've done all that stuff, and Danielle is the only one that's doing one-on-one the way that she does it. And if you get to do one-on-one, you have to travel to them. First of all, they're not doing it on the computer or on the phone like I'm doing, right? You have to travel to them, and you have to pay so much money, thousands, probably tens of thousands of dollars, and you have to meet them in their city. Me, I've made it convenient for everybody to win. I just want you guys to win, and I want you all to know that, you know, everybody's not going to get this. They're not going to understand what I'm saying. And as you go out there and you go out there and you start to speak your message, and you start to you know, really come into your own as an entrepreneur, you're going to see there's going to be some people who are receptive. They may say they want it, but they don't apply it, and some people who's going to take it and run with it and going to create you know, amazing results because of you. And that's what I'm here to do. I want people to create amazing results because of you, because of what you're learning here. All right, guys. So, so your homework is. Thank you so much, Sherry. Your homework is this. So you're gonna write down, right? You're gonna write down. First of all, you wrote down your platform, right? You know, either it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And then you are going to. And then you are going to write down exactly what messages you are willing to share as far as business goes, right? Maybe you were broke like I was, or maybe you, right now, you know, you were living paycheck to paycheck. So what I want you to do, I want you to document that moment in time when you said, you know what, enough is enough. And I'm going to do this because I'm tired of that. I'm going to do this because I want to go here. Okay, does that make sense? I was tired of this. You're gonna be taking your watchers, your people who tune in on a journey. I was here. And I was like, I was done with being here. Like my thing is this. I was broke. I was in debt. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was depressed. I was a teacher, yes. Most people be like, oh my gosh, you're a teacher. You should love your job. What's wrong with you? I didn't care. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like the school system anymore. I didn't like what was going on. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I liked the kids, but I didn't like the system. I just still don't like the system. I don't like that. I'm not a system person. I don't like it. I didn't like it. So I was so, you know, I just wanted to move away from that. I wanted to move away, and I wanted to be home with my kids. So then I started searching for something. I started searching online, how to make money online so that I could be home with my kids. And what happened was I saw some women online that looked just like me, and I started watching their webinars. I started listening, getting on their calls, and then I was like, you know what? This is for me. If they could do it, I could do it. And that was my story. And even when I wasn't making money yet, that was my story. It brought me here. And I said I knew that this was going to be the thing that was going to help me stay home with my kids and make money from home. And guess what? It did. So I hope that little example gives you an idea Thank you so much, Rita. Oh, you're gonna be like Rita. Awesome. You know, so hopefully that little example gives you an idea of what I want you to say. So that's just one story. It could be another story. You know, I have another story where, you know, my story always consists of me wanting to be home with my kids. But my other story was that I wanted to make $10,000 a month, right? So even still backstory, broke, in debt, didn't know anything about anything, didn't know about leads or capture pages or order. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know. I barely had a Facebook page. So you see how it's the same story but different experiences. It's the same thing. I mean, all of this was all at the same time. I was in my car crying because I wanted a change in my life. I wanted a change in my life, and I remember that day like it was yesterday. It was raining outside. I was literally sitting in my car. I had parked my car. I didn't even want to go in the house. I was just so like done. You ever been done? Where it's just like, you know, I was just done. So I was sitting in my car. I was crying. I was praying, asking God, please, show me something. Bring something to me. And then I went home. I started searching on the internet. I wanted to make money from home. So those are my stories. Those are just a couple of my stories that that I use, and because they're true stories. They're true stories. And even before I made a dime online, I always knew that I was going to be successful. I just did. Like nobody could have told me, and no matter what anybody said to me, people have tell me all kinds of things. I was crazy. I got a good job. You got your pension. I was hearing it all. I was hearing it all. And then, I was tired. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Live your life the way you want to. Let me live mine the way I want to, basically. Because that's how, I was tired of living for other people. That's another one of my stories. Like, I was doing what they said, right? Go to school, get a good job, do all that stuff. And I did all that stuff. And I still ended up broke and depressed. Right? So, so I want you to write down 2 or 3 stories. 3 would be good. And just business stories. Those are your business stories. You don't have to go into detail about, divorce or having kids when you were a teenager. You don't have to you don't have to talk about all that stuff, right? But because that'll come later. I got my own stories about that. That'll come later. But what I want you to do now, do what's comfortable. Just talk about where you were before you found XYZ, which is your business, opportunity or whatever, or me, whatever it is that you want to talk about. You don't have to mention my name, whatever. You found mentors, you found coaches, and now you're on the right track, that kind of thing. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Do your homework. Make sure you watch those YouTube videos, read those books that I've been mentioning. We are going to talk about another book this week. Actually, I want to talk about the 7 spiritual laws of success. So we're going to talk about that. I think Deepak Chopra. I don't even have it with me. I thought I packed it. I had my son. He's like, I read that book. I had my son read that. I think it's Deepak Chopra. I left it home. I thought I packed it. I grabbed it. I must have put it down. We're kind of rushing out. I had my journal with me though. So, but I'll tell you guys that tomorrow. We'll talk about that book tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube or whatever. And if you can't, just get it. But again, you need an auto responder. You need a lead capture page, okay? And you need an offer. If you don't have an offer just yet, don't worry about it. I'm gonna put a video in the group tomorrow before we meet, and just watch it. You don't have to do anything yet, technical or anything. If you're not technical, don't worry, because I literally sit down with you and and I go step by step. But I just want you to gear up your mind of what to get ready for. Okay, so we will be creating funnels. We will be creating that sales funnel to help you sell, because that's what this is all about. It's about helping you make money. But like I said, you have to get this right first. You have to get your confidence up. You have to be able to be comfortable speaking to people through video, which is the most uncomfortable thing ever. I was uncomfortable when I first started video. Like right now, I'm in a restaurant. Like people are around. Like it doesn't bother me now. Like I can literally be anywhere. And even now, my kids are okay with it. Like they used to be like, "Oh my gosh, mom, don't do it! Like don't do it, don't do it." But now they're like, "All right, whatever. It is what it is. This is what I do." And what people say or people looking at me, it doesn't faze me in the least. And I'm so thankful for courage. I'm so thankful and grateful for courage, because if it wasn't for courage, you guys wouldn't be here. If I didn't have the courage that I had, do you understand how that goes? If I didn't have the courage that I have, you wouldn't be here, right? You wouldn't have found me. You wouldn't have known what I was doing. So that is how people find you. So when you can create that courage and go out there people will attract themselves to you. That's how it works. That's how it works. And you continue to show up. That's how it works. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Yeah, my phone is dying. I only got about 5% battery life. So do your homework, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll put in the group that I'm home safely. It'll probably be sometime tonight. All right, I'll put in the group that I'm home safely, and that you know that I'm home. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great one. Bye bye.